Well, Chadwick Meyer, and you're going to revolutionize parking in our country if more people know about this thing. I mean, it's really cool. So what you've developed is a platform where if I have, like an empty parking space in front of my house or from my driveway I'm not using, I can put it on your website, and then people are looking for parking in the area. They can make a deal with me or park for free or get a credit to park free or whatever. And you're like the clearinghouse for free parking in the world nowadays that nobody knows is there for free, right? Except people who come to your website.
That's right.
Right. Well, that's what, and really you've been working on this for a few years, really to get it down, and now you have a model that really people don't even have to give money to use the free parking, right?
Yeah, that's right. Right now, it's a free community service, and people can list their spaces. And when they list their space and it gets used, they get several $100s of credit that they can redeem in the network. Anywhere they basically can access a whole private network of free parking. And so they can take their parking space with them. Previously, when they would leave their home, their parking space was worthless because they couldn't use it.
Right.
But now they can use someone else's parking space.
I see.
Whenever somebody shares this idea and recruits someone else, another driver, they'll also get credit. So by sharing the idea, they're going to basically be promoting free parking, and they're going to be able to park in places.
So in other words, like I went on vacation for a week or something like that, and so the space in front of my driveway that I'm not using, people could park there for free, right?
Exactly.
And I get some credit,
yeah,
right?
and if it's a really valuable space, you can choose to share it on an hourly basis for $1, $5, or you can choose to share it on Friday nights for $10 flat.
I see.
And that, when it gets used, that will be credit for whatever the market value is, and then you can use that amount of credit to go park anywhere else around the city.
Well, actually, it's great. Then I think you mentioned before we got on the air that, high school football games, where everybody's parking all over and whatever. So if you're in that area, you can move your cars inside, let somebody park on your driveway spot, right?
Exactly, and I think it's really great for the community. Besides for yourself, you can get some credit that you can go park anywhere else. But it's also good because in a lot of urban areas, we all know the experience of circling around the block for half an hour waiting for some space to open up. Meanwhile, we see all of these empty spaces that are perfectly good, but we don't have the courage to go and knock on the driveway and offer them $10. So what's great is if you were to share your space, you can reduce the traffic in your neighborhood, reduce the pollution, and help someone out in the same time, so they can basically park and get on with their life.
So in the big picture, it's really a sharing thing. I mean, this is resource sharing that you're doing. People have the space, and somebody else needs the park, and so they might as well use your space. I know when I'm driving around, I say, "Oh, that looks like a spot," and I get up there, and it's a driveway. Right.
Yeah.
And I can't find it. So you're saying, hey, on your website, if that driveway is available, right? Because the guy put it on there, and they could park there for nothing, or get credits, or give the guy a few bucks, or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. Our platform helps basically strangers who are neighbors but don't know each other to communicate with each other, to coordinate schedules, and to facilitate payment, and to make it all happen seamlessly.
Oh, that's seamlessly. So how many spaces are on the site now? Yeah.
There's probably about 500 spaces.
Wow, so 500 spaces. So you're in cities because that's where it makes sense. And I see, looking at the map of the world, it's like all over the world. I mean, you're in other countries and everything already. It's wonderful. But I know, I live in downtown Washington, D.C., man, and having a car is like driving around on an elephant. I don't know what the hell to do with this thing most of the time.
That's right.
So you're going to save me, parking, because I could now maybe get those driveway spaces that nobody else could get, right?
That's right. And, we hope that we built this tool, and we hope that people will use it for themselves and for their own neighborhoods. And if they like the idea of parking in someone's driveway, they can go out, they can download flyers off our site, and they can flyer the neighborhoods they want to park in. They can share the idea, and the more people that jump on board, the more that they'll all benefit together.
Well, actually, I mean, if I was active in the local community too, and we had a parking problem, I would bring this to the town council, say, hey, why don't we get people hooked up on this website so we alleviate some of this parking problems we have, because that's what you're doing, right?
Exactly. You know, it's everybody loves the idea. You know, we all know that we have limited resources,
right,
in every respect, but certainly in urban areas, there's limited number of land. And so what we want to do is use all of our resources more efficiently. And so this is the idea of, if, you know, being able to maximize the usage of a space. If it's empty for 8 hours a day, let someone else use it.
Absolutely. And if it's
you don't
your
need
space,
to build bigger garages,
right,
you know, necessarily.
None of this stuff. Well, wonderful. Well, this is wonderful, Chadwick, and I think it's going to, you know, catch on, because we need to have that man driving these cars around in circles all day looking for that spot, and now you're going to make sure all the driveways are taken care of too. And you go to Parkcirca, CIRCA, PARKCIRCA.com, right?
That's correct.
It's all there. Thank you so much, Chadwick, and good luck on saving the world and parking spaces too.
Thanks, Matthew.
You bet.